It's the first time in my career that I combine photography, film and 3D, like in the statues. This is for me that I come in and I think this is the right space and wow, what's happening here. And that makes the whole exhibition for me unique. You know, it's not that I see again an exhibition of picture, but the combination that this is a hero from the 50s and the 40s and the 60s, a photographer, Phil Stern, together to be, you know, it's one of my inspirations, and you combined with that, it makes a unique experience for me as a photographer, and I think this energy is also visible in the whole exhibition. The last series that I made was Hotel, and I made it because it's based on my experience of the more I exhibit, the more internationally my career is, the more I'm in hotel rooms. And everybody in my family and my friends say, oh, you travel so much. And they say, oh, it's fantastic, what an international career you have. But then for me, I have to say, the more career I have, the more I travel, the more lonely I feel. So I started to think about how can I translate into photography and create a feeling that I feel sometimes or many times in hotel rooms. So I worked with fashion models for this. And the funny thing is, when you work with the fashion models, the girls from Holland, they understand immediately because they travel, you know, for their job to Milan or to Paris. And then they're there, and then they have to sit and wait in the hotel till they have the opportunity to have a fashion show or go see or have a fashion shoot. But in between, you're waiting, you're hanging, you're feeling lonely. So this is about the hotel series. It's a very personal translation of my feeling I have most of the time when I'm traveling. For me, personally, it's important that I catch the moment before or after something has happened. So this leaves an open story to the viewer. So, you know, you leave the whole story, you know, you can read your own book in every picture. This is for me very important. And then I started to look into the photography of the United States, and I forget all the time her name, but I found photography of a female photographer from 1900, and this woman made excellent pictures of African Americans in a situation that they were educated in a kind of university grounded by white people. The remarkable thing about these pictures was that it was the first time I saw early photography of black people that they were dressed like very much like white people, you know. So this gave me the idea, the kickstart, to create a world of a family, a higher middle class, upper middle class family of African American people, in which the husband has gone to war and the wife is waiting with her son. So, and you know, I wanted to create this kind of, you know, the absolute loneliness you feel when one of your beloved is going to war. Or in my opinion, I think this will be the top of loneliness. Because you're so insecure and you're so waiting and waiting for news, good news or bad news. So I created this world, we built this house, this 1900 set and the 1900, and then I decided, you know, it had to be very dark. When I finished this series, I had to travel to Moscow. So in Moscow I was in a hotel, and I'm sitting there one morning in the breakfast room, which was all white colors and beige and light pink, you know, so very apricot. And then I was sitting there and having my breakfast, and then at the moment a woman is coming in with her two sons, and she's very pale, very thin, beautiful face, typical Russian. And I was looking at that, and I got, you know, the remembrance of Death in Venice, of Luchino Visconti, the film, the movie. And I thought, you know, at that moment I thought, oh, I'm going to mirror the series. I'm going to make dawn, because you have dusk and dawn, because all over the world there are people, maybe not in this era, but in that era, women waiting for their husband while they're fighting in a war. So I mirrored the whole series. So the action in dusk is from left to right, in dawn is from right to left, and things like that. And I did do that, and I made, let's say, one series in the black in the United States, one series in the white in Moscow. That is what I want to create with my exhibition, and it's, I think, happening. I hope.